side looking like? It's JT Zimmerman versus JD Davis. Or, no, I'm sorry, J Davis.
Here's Bernie to start the match.
That's a good start.
He lays down the gauntlet early with a splashing 1-2 hit for the strike. This is an all Hagerstown final. Bernie from dual lanes. Jeff Wetzel Jr. from dual lanes. Difference is Bernie has 12 stars already on his back. Jeff going for number 1. See if he can answer.
Good ball.
He hit.
4-7.
Jeff leaves at 4-7.
You have a 9-pinner in the finals. You have a 9-pinner in the finals.
Who made it? Good. All right. Jeff Wetzel Jr. staring down a 2-pinner to start the match. He struggled with spares to start his last game. Not this time. Can't afford to miss him in this match against Bernie. He starts out with a spare, and we are all square through them. Jeff now moves to lane 17.
I looked up for a second and thought that those were 9-pinner.
Filling a spare. Punching out the front, 5 count.
Right through.
Leaves the 2-7 baby split on the left, 3-6-10 on the right. I would imagine Jeff's goal is to catch a piece of the 3-pin here and let it go crazy.
Just slide it.
He goes for the slide and he got it.
What a shot, dude. That.
I have never seen such finesse at 36 miles an hour.
Beautiful shot from Jeff.
That is an incredible shot under the circumstances. Bowling for the first star of his life.
That's the kind of day he's having.
Plowed out the front and no luck required on that. That was pure skill, sliding it beautifully.
Kind of day he's having.
You could not place that any better if you were there right on top of the pins. Bernie for the opening double.
Beautiful ball, 10-pin.
That ball is
How much
a
more could you send over there?
perfect answer ball. Wow. Bernie can spare here and jump out to an early 5-pin lead. Bernie, no. That bounced out. That will not count. 9 on the strike. We will get that pin respotted.
Yeah. I'd rather have it respotted than try to shoot
Well,
it.
championship match, they're not going to shoot it out of the rack.
Why would you?
The championship match is going to be set up. We're just not going to leave that to chance.
That is true, Thomas. That is true.
So, will be a 10-pin on its own coming down in a moment. While they're doing that, we'll leave you with an ad.
At the POA side, JT at 51 in the 4th. Can you see Jay's score?
Nope.
Alright, I ain't gonna try them.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get that in the end. What a great start to the summer at Parkville.
It's been a good first episode. This is episode 1 of 5 on the second season of Summer Parkville. We'll conclude in August with the Parkville Youth Classic. In the meantime, Bernie going to collect his pen. It is 29 to 25 plus. Bernie moving to 17 now. Bernie throwing red and black comments, as he is accustomed to. God only knows how many stars and dollars of prize money are in that set of comments.
Beautiful ball.
9-pin gonna stand.
It's been a lot more lifting.
That one he got under a bit.
I don't know if it's just because he is or if it's just how he bowls here.
Well, we do have synthetic lanes with no oil on them, although it is a hard synthetic. By getting a little bit of loft under the ball, he can delay the hook, which is going to give it less hook overall. Bernie at the 9-pin just missed a single last frame, does not miss that one. Jeff's got a thankfully with the respot there and the miss single from Bernie, he had a chance to calm the nerves and take a second to let the heart rate settle down after that middle ring. Got to step up here in the third frame and make a good shot. Again, he is going against the Bernie Hipkins for his first star.
Off the side.
Great
Watch
break.
out. Ape
Great
him.
break. Sometimes when you want to get there for the win, you need breaks like that to go your way, and that is definitely a helpful break right there. He takes a 5-pin lead through the second frame, 34-29. Spare here to match Bernie's single pin.
All over it.
44 plus to 39, 5-pin lead for Jeff. I can't even imagine the nerves he's feeling right now.
I was talking with his dad earlier. He's young too. Jeff's only 25.
And perhaps it helps that he's bowling against somebody. I mean, this is Bernie Hipkins, but he's used to being around Bernie Hipkins year-round in the Hagerstown area. So this is a familiar face. Spare Phil.
7-10.
7-10. If there's anybody in the entire city of Baltimore right now that I'd have a good chance of making the 7-10, it'd be Jeff Wetzel. See if he can make 2 miraculous splits in a row. Oh! God, I almost called it, and that would have been so freaking cool.
On camera.
That would have been so cool. 9 box it is. 61 in the fourth for Jeff Wetzel Jr. It was that close.
Oh my.
I don't know if they heard it at home. There was an audible ooh inside of Parkville when that 7-pin flew over. Never had one made in the championship match. Here's spare fill for Bernie. On 39 plus.
Good ball.
Make it 48 as he leaves the 7-pin. Bernie trailing by 4 pins through the third frame. Seven pin for Bernie. Can spare this here and have a ball for the lead. Got it. You wouldn't expect Bernie to. I'm not expecting Bernie to miss another single pin for the rest of this match. You rarely see him miss one to begin with. But 2 in 1 game with a star on the line would be unheard of. So you cannot. What that means, unfortunately, for Jeff is that you cannot count on an open. If Bernie leaves a 2-pinner or Bernie leaves a single, you're counting it as a spare. You're expecting it made. Here's his fill.
Light.
Hung on to that one a little bit. Watch out, head pin. That is a 6 count. Gives him a lead of 3 pins, and it is a difficult shot. 2-4, 6-10. I believe it.
I believe it.
Being told that was his first time missing a head pin in over 20 first balls.
What did you slide it here?
Bernie, with his ball roll, probably sliding.
Chance. Ooh, never mind.
Played a squeeze, catches the 2-pin full, open frame. Will now have to shoot the other side of the rack for the 9 box. Misses left. Big drop pins there. 71 half for Bernie. Now just a 10 box from Jeff would tie the game. Jeff has yet to strike in the championship match, and not really looking to fire the cannon here.
Good ball.
See you later.
Got it.
Been doing this long enough, you just kind of feel when it's going to happen, and the 5 off the wall was automatic. Although you rarely get to see a 5 off the wall that fast, and he threw maybe 11 pins out of a 10-pin rack at it, but Jeff now tied at 71 through 5, has the strike up. Spare puts him 10 pins ahead. Double could put him even more than that. So halfway through the match, this is a big shot for Jeff, and wisely taking his time here before firing. Here we go.
Light.
How many?
Another 7-10.
Would you like to try again?
I wouldn't even try to make it. I just try to go for the 1-1. Take the 9 count, go for 10 out.
I don't know. Odds are you're not making it anyway.
I know it's risky.
So go for it. It takes one.
I
Which is how that normally goes. It just happened that his last attempt got really close to a conversion. Savvy Wood picking there, 1-1. Jeff 90 through 6. Here comes Bernie.
Hands on 2. Both on hits.
He's on a strike, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Jay Davis.
Two pin lead heading to the 10 for Jay Davis. He's on a strike. JT is on a spare. Here's Bernie. Hung on to that one again. Good break, 6-10. Deuce for John Davis. He is on a strike, though. Still has another ball to count.
He's going to waste no time.
I can't tell. I think it's an 8 count. Bernie has his 2-pinner.
Nice shot.
81 plus to 90. Those are big pins right there. He finishes with 122. JT Zimmerman, 9 on, 10 out would tie. He needs a mark to win. He cannot win it on count alone. Anything less than 9 on his first ball, he must convert it for a spare. Otherwise, he loses.
Let's see what those first. Throwing at the same time. JT.
He just struck for the star. So did Bernie. JT Zimmerman has just struck in the 10th to win the star. He has already done it with 2 balls to go. Bernie striking as well on camera. That gives him a 1-pin lead, 91 to 90.
JT Zimmerman.
He almost threw another one. He left a 9-pin. Now Jeff Wetzel for the
Heavy.
answer. Pushing through 3-4, 7-10.
JT Zimmerman winning the star 133-122.
All right, so that's that one. Here's our scratch game. We still got 4 frames to go. 4 big frames here. Jeff Wetzel, 3-4, 7-10.
That we do.
Picks it. 4-7-10 left. Picks again. Tough frame there for Jeff. It's an 8 box. It's 101 plus to 98, and for the first time in this match, by any measurable amount, Jeff Wetzel is trailing. Three to go. Jeff Wetzel trailing by 3 and a hit.
Light.
In the pocket. Nixes the 5 out, leaves the 7.
7-pin.
Don't want to have this. You don't want to leave this frame open with Bernie coming up on a strike. Jeff, yes.
On it.
Clutch shot there in the 8th. Brings the spare in, 108 plus. Now, this could be a turning point in the match one way or another. Bernie with a 3-pin lead through 7. He's on a strike. He is opposite a spare in the 8th. Spare here puts him up 13. Strike extends it further. Open. Close to tied.
Off the side. 2-pin.
Almost steals them all. Off the side for the 2-pin. Spare break for Bernie.
My goodness.
The crowd left wondering how that ball did not strike. Two-pin for Bernie. Spare here. He is up 13.
Got it.
All over it. 121 to 108 the score. Both bowlers on a spare. We have 2 frames to go. Bernie can catch another mark here in the 9th frame and really tighten the screws. taking a little extra time on this one.
Good ball.
Catches it all.
Temp him.
That ball thrown much better than the last one. They both count 9.
Do a little bit of housekeeping.
130 through the 8th for Bernie. This is a corner pin. He did miss this pin earlier in the game. That was in the 2nd frame. Missed it wide right. Let's see if he can make the adjustment here. He does. He's all over it. And now, Jeff is going to have to put a finish together here. The most Bernie Hipkins can shoot without a mark is 159. Jeff's got to answer here. 9th frame. He needs a mark. Needs some kind of mark. He's got them all.
Beautiful. Flush.
Game is not over yet. Jeff with a strike in the 9th, and this ball, this first ball in the 10th, is probably going to be one of the biggest shots of his entire career. He is down 12 pins to Bernie Hipkins, but he has a strike worth. If he can catch a double here, first ball of the 10th frame, this game is practically tied.
What's the Leo Montero's
Just
comment?
need pay for the whole seat. You just need the edge.
I think we're
One of
both
the-
on the edge.
One of the biggest shots of Jeff's career right here.
Chance. 6 pin.
How does it not go?
You're joking.
How does it not go?
Look at this again. That's a bomb. Not
Spare.
over.
Not over yet. Needs a spare. Have to have this for the spare.
Got it.
All over it. Here we go. 148 and a ball to go. If Jeff strikes, he shoots 158. Bernie Hipkins could go 9 on, 10 out to win. Bernie is going to need some sort of count and wood to win the match. Jeff can make it a little more difficult for him with a big count here. Wants 9 or better.
It's dead silent here.
The first time all day, 100 watching. Needs a lot of fill here. How much? Light.
8.
Maybe 9. It'll be 8.
156.
He shoots 156. Bernie Hipkins will need to fill 17 in the 10th frame to win. He's at 140 at the moment.
And 17 just broke.
And Sherman is trying to ice Bernie Hipkins.
Head break, man.
Good. We're good. We're good.
All right.
Now,
Expect-
quiet's back down now. Bernie has to fill 17. If he gets less than 6 on this ball, he must spare.
Expect Bernie to take his time.
For the win,
Got it.
drops
9.
9, and that will do it. Bernie Hipkins at a baker's dozen.
Hell of an attempt from Jeff, though. Hell of a tournament.
He finished it as well as he could have.
And he misses.
Bernie
Peanut
missing
Gallery
another-
did not like that.
Bernie missing another corner pin. Your final score, Bernie Hipkins
159.
Jeff Wetzel 156. What a great match.
Fantastic.
And I think from what we've seen here from Jeff today, it's only a matter of time before he gets his. But today, it is a baker's dozen for Bernie Hipkins. 13. He extends his all-time lead by 2 stars. Bernie, we meet again.
Excuse me. Sorry for my double chin here.
That's okay. That's me all the time.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, me too. Bernie, we meet again, man. You getting bored of this yet?
I guess the great answer to that is never. I don't know if you can ever get bored of winning. Unfortunately, in today's America.
That's fair. Now, my first question to you is actually going to be more so about the runner-up. You year-round get to see Jeff Wetzel up close, and for a lot of people watching on Duck Pins Forever today, this is their first exposure to the nearly unmatched strike ball of Jeff Wetzel.
Yeah.
You see him year-round up close. What did you think of his performance today on the lanes?
Well, he was amazing. He throws the ball so good. If he I don't even say he needs to control his force and speed because he needs to harness it, and he can be almost unstoppable. And you saw some of the balls he threw up there. Great pin reaction. I mean, just he got unlucky a couple times, but he's a young guy, up and comer. Everybody wants to bowl with him in the leagues up in Hagerstown.
I wonder why.
I think the only reason I was so comfortable bowling against him is because my knowledge of him, vice versa, I hope, because
Sure.
he knows me as well. That's what made that a special match. Representing Western Maryland with him. I mean, he's one of these young up and comers that are going to compete with these Baltimore guys for,
Sure.
for some years
I've,
to come.
and that's as a fellow Baltimore guy. During my youth league days, we saw his name popping up out of dual lanes quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, no surprise when I met him for the first time and watched him bowl. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why he averaged 140 as a youth bowler.
Yeah,
But
he does so much force behind the ball, and I'm hoping. I mean, either way, win or lose today, this is kind of his welcoming out party. I hope to see him many more times in the future. I mean, he's good enough. He's right up there with me and Richie in Hagerstown. You know, dare I say Mark Nye as well, with the 1 year wonder that came back and was showing us how to bowl.
with the was that a 255 game or whatever that was?
To average 150.
Right.
Anyway, that's years ago. This is Jeff Wetzel.
When it comes down to it, Jeff marks out in the back three. You weren't completely safe. You needed a count. How much does it even enter your head the threat of punching out or catching a pocket?
It was there. That's basically the last thing I said to myself before I threw the last ball was anything but a rip, anything but a chop. Go up there and find a pocket, and it should be enough. You never know with the game of duck pins.
Right.
You never know what kind of breaks you're gonna get up there. But fortunately, I was able to find a pocket and didn't need to make that last single pin. Fortunately.
Right. Yeah, that was academic at that point.
Yeah.
2 missed single pins in the match, but
Yeah.
I can thankfully say you're at a baker's dozen now. I took a lot of food jokes for saying that, but we had 20 boxes to play in this interview. I think it went well.
We talked
Just
about
another on-camera handshake for Bernie Hipkins. Now 13 stars on the
Thank
Pop
you.
Whitten Tour. 2 clear, second place.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bernie.
Hey, John D'Antonis, let's go, buddy. Where's he at? Let's go.
Thanks, Bernie.